Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. It appears that people are still very upset with Brian McKnight and are being very vocal about their dissatisfaction towards anything that they perceive to be a success that's headed his way. Recently, Claflin University, an HBCU located in South Carolina, decided to invite Brian McKnight as a singer to perform during a fundraising that they are holding. Claflin University is quite a renowned university. It has received a lot of academic excellence awards, so it does have a good reputation, or they at least care about their reputation. So when they invited Brian McKnight to perform at this fundraising ceremony, they began to receive backlash from a lot of people, including their students. And this is because a lot of people are not happy that a university that has received so many accolades and awards for their excellence would invite, and in other words, promote a man such as Brian McKnight, which they believe has abandoned his first family and is not taking care of his previous set of children that he has with his previous partner. He had children with his previous partner. That relationship did not work, and the relationship that he has with his children are estranged, and it's been quite negative on social media for a while now, for years now. And he has a new family which he appears to be taking very good care of. He dotes on them a lot, at least he posts about them a lot. And people are not happy with the way that he has treated his previous family. And so they are being very vocal to Claflin University in their dissatisfaction with Claflin University's decision to invite Brian McKnight to such an event. Because when you do something like this, like Claflin University is doing, they're in return honoring Brian McKnight. And there's a lot of people that believe that Brian McKnight should not be honored because of the way that he has been behaving. Now, obviously, Claflin University cannot ignore all of these criticisms that they've been receiving for inviting Brian McKnight. So they went ahead and they actually decided to rethink their decision to invite Brian McKnight. Isn't it crazy? It's almost like they got, I don't want to say bullied, but they were strongly discouraged from inviting Brian McKnight to the extent where they actually are no longer inviting him. They have not said this explicitly, but they have put out a statement to address the issue, and it does not seem like they will be inviting Brian McKnight after all. So here's a statement that they released. They said, Claflin University values and respects the perspectives of our constituents and stakeholders. We take your concerns regarding the artists for the scholarship gala seriously and are currently exploring options. Thank you for your loyal and continued support as we work to ensure this event is a beacon of light for our institution while raising needed funds to support student scholarships. Dr. Dwan J. Warmack, President. So yeah, that was a statement released by the president of the university stating that they are reconsidering, or they are exploring, quote unquote, other options for their performer of someone other than Brian McKnight. And you cannot blame them for doing this. So here's the thing, when someone such as Brian McKnight, that has now such a negative reputation because of the way that his relationship with his children has progressed, a man like that simply cannot isolate himself from his reputation. He cannot isolate his work. As good a singer as he may be, he cannot separate that from his reputation. His negative reputation is starting to precede him, and it's starting to affect his work. Now, he's still getting a lot of successes. He recently won a lawsuit in the amount of $8 million against Julie McKnight, his ex. And he also posted an audio recording of Julie McKnight leaving a voice message for him where she was telling him not to contact Nico, their son, who passed away. And she was very upset in the voicemail. I'll see if I can post it right after this particular clip and see if it does not get flagged by YouTube. I don't know. I'll try to post it though. But it's a voicemail that I guess was used as part of his lawsuit, which allowed him to win this. And it was of his ex-wife telling him not to contact Nico and to leave them alone or something like that. And from what I have heard, she said he should not contact Nico if he cannot be respectful. Although that part was not in the message that she left in the voicemail, but he was celebrating his $8 million win against Julie McKnight, his ex, and he celebrated this, he posted this on Nico's birthday.
Do not text Nico again. Do not call Nico again. Leilani, if you are also checking these messages, that goes for you as well. I am very serious about this. I am very serious about this. Do not text him, period. Period. Please understand that. And Brian, you know me. You know me. And you know that I mean what I'm saying to you.
I don't know if that was an accident or if that was intentional, but it is a very painful thing for him to do, celebrating anything really on that day, you know, especially since Nico has passed away. He passed away recently, I think last year or a couple of years ago. It was pretty recent, maybe even this year. I don't remember exactly when, but it's still fairly recent that he passed away. And since this is regarding Nico, I feel like personally I don't think he should have posted it on Nico's birthday. And anyway, all of this is causing him to have a very negative reputation, and it has not really affected him much because it still seems like he's winning in a lot of ways. But with this issue with this university, I think it is starting to kind of affect his work. If Claflin University has decided to drop him as a performer, who's to say other people will not begin to do the same? I mean, he still has his private shows that he's able to book. A lot of people respect his work and enjoy his music. I think he will continue to get that kind of work, and he gets royalties from his previous music, which performed really well. So I don't think he'll be hurting for money anytime soon, but that should not be the only motivation for a person to reconsider their actions. If a lot of people have such a negative reaction towards his behavior and he is feuding with his family, his children, then that to me is reason enough to at least consider his actions, or at least the way he's going about things. I don't think that this kind of feud should be posted online, especially since it's been going on for so many years. At this point, I think both parties should just avoid each other as much as possible. They can communicate through attorneys or out of social media if they need to, if they absolutely need to. But otherwise, I think they need to keep things out of social media because it's starting to look really bad on him. And this university, I don't understand how they would choose someone who is not exactly known to have a good relationship with his children to represent them in any way. Like, even if they love his music and they respect him as a person, sometimes certain people become a liability because of the news surrounding them. And this is one of such cases. So I think they should have considered it a little bit more before inviting him to perform at this scholarship fundraising that they're having. In his own way, it appears that Brian is trying to he's trying to redeem himself, or at least trying to fix his reputation by having this I don't know, he interviews fathers and he calls it Fatherhood Fridays, and he interviews fathers and he talks about fatherhood and his current children. I guess current is the term I have to use, not his previous children that he's feuding with, but his younger children. And he talks about fatherhood and what he likes about his children, their accomplishments and raising children, and etc. And it seems like it is aimed at portraying himself to be an involved father and just showcasing his life as he is and his thoughts as he's raising his children. And I don't know if that is working, because the thing is, he is doing this, which is a good thing, but on the other hand, his treatment or his behavior towards his other children is so negative that it is countering any good thing that he's doing with his current children. So it's almost like it's not working. It's almost coming across as if he's trying to cover his feud with his previous family with a band-aid made up of his new family. And I don't think it's working. It's just one negative on one hand and one positive on one hand kind of cancel each other out, and the negatives tend to be louder. So it's like, I don't know, he needs to pick a side and stick to it. He is openly celebrating this $8 million lawsuit that he won against his ex-wife, very loudly on his son's birthday, his son that passed away, that he had a negative relationship with. But he's also trying to be positive towards his other children and his stepchildren, and it's not a good look. It's like, it almost seems manipulative, like he's trying to manipulate the public into thinking that he's a good father when they already have their opinions formed of him. I don't know what Brian is gonna do to fix this reputation issue that he's having, but I really think he needs to get on it, because it is taking a turn for the worse. And obviously this university, Claflin University, that did not know of his negative reputation, know of it now. So there are many other institutions out there that probably did not know of this, but now it's becoming bigger and bigger news, because wherever he goes, it seems like the public is following him and trying to let everyone know that he's not treating his children nicely. So this is not good. He needs to get on it. I don't know how he's going to fix it, but something needs to be done. Personally, I think that he needs to definitely keep his feuds off of the internet and showcase the positive things that he's doing while he's actively, genuinely trying to fix his relationship with his children. Whether he likes it or not, those are his children. He brought them to this world. There is nothing he can do to change it. So one of these people needs to be the adults, and it might just have to be him. He's the oldest, if I'm not mistaken, out of his ex and all his other children. So he may have to be the one to take this step to actively resolve this issue, because it's been going on for too long and it's negatively affecting everyone. I also wonder if the ex-wife is going to appeal that $8 million lawsuit, because that's a lot of money. I don't know if she has the kind of money to spend on that. Anyway, that's all I have on Brian McKnight. What do you guys think? Do you think he should suffer the consequences of his actions, or do you think he's actively trying to resolve this issue of his broken reputation and tarnished image? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.